Hello everyone, my name is GPVM Gamer, and today I welcome you to the Guardian Farm tutorial for the version 1.12 of Minecraft. In today's tutorial, we'll be taking a look at how to clear out the Guardian Temple, remove the Guardian Temple, as well as create spawning spaces, the Minecart collection system, and item elevators. So let's get started. Now the first step in removing any Guardian Temple is we have to get rid of the water. Now you can do this by using sand or a regular block of your choice and going out one block from the edge and placing it for your border. Now you can also find this by doing two blocks outwards, and then connect the two, and that is the distance away from the monument that you need to start your border. Now for the sake of today's video, we are going to be using sand as it is the easiest to use, but you are welcome to use solid blocks if you'd like. It's just that sand, I find, is a lot better for placing really quickly and in large quantities, and it's much easier to remove once you're all complete. Now that the sand border has been built on all four sides, we can begin removing the water. To do such, you will want to go 5 blocks away from the corner, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll want to begin creating a sand pillar, just like you had done with the border, except this time we're going lengthwise and not all the way around. Once you've placed all the sand in, it should look a little something like this. You'll want to repeat this pattern all the way to the other end of the box, going 5 blocks and then placing a piece of sand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sand. Now your Guardian Temple should look a little something like this, with sand rows stretching from one side to the other. I'm now going to show you how to remove the water quick and easy, and all it requires are these resources. 1 sticky piston, 1 regular piston, 6 slime blocks, 1 block of redstone, 4 cobblestone walls, 1 sponge, and a bunch of miscellaneous materials. Coming on down over into the water, this is how you build it. You place 1 piston on the wall, 1 block below the surface level. You go 4 blocks out, remove the 3rd block, place a sticky piston, remove the 2 in the middle, place a slime block next to the regular piston, above that a block of redstone. Now behind the sticky piston, remove your miscellaneous block and add a U shape in slime blocks. Coming over to the sides, place 4 of your cobblestone walls on either side. Now to activate this machine, what you'll want to do is stand on top of this redstone block and place a sponge on the wall. That will activate your machine, and it will begin flowing to the other side. Now there is a chance that one of the source blocks does not get picked up by the sponge, and all you have to do is place a single block and it'll remove it. Now your machine, your slime block machine, will flow to the other side of the water area, and it will clear out all the water, and you basically rinse and repeat all the way down to the bottom layer of the prismarine, and then you move on to the next one. Now that you've cleared out the Guardian Temple, all the prismarine, and a couple of blocks underneath it, we are going to start setting up the spawning area for the Guardians. Now what you'll want to do is, remember how we went 1 block away from the monument in the beginning? Well, we are going to now build a border around the area that the Guardian Temple was once. So you will need glass for this part, as the Guardians like to spawn against transparent blocks, and glass just so happens to be a transparent block because it can let light through it. So once you've gotten this glass border all set up, we're going to need to go down 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once again, fill this in all the way with glass, like so. So then, now that you've gotten all of your glass placed in, we are going to create a temporary dirt floor 2 blocks underneath this glass that we've just placed. Now, it doesn't have to be dirt, of course. It can be any block that you are able to remove quickly and efficiently, because we will need to place blocks above it. Now, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to use a fill command, which will fill in all the dirt already. So we'll just wait for that. There we go. Now, what you'll need is 49 stacks of oak fence gates. It doesn't have to be oak. It could be any type of wood, but it has to be fence gates. Now, as I said, 49 stacks. So that is about a chest with missing a couple rows. So we're going to need to do it all along the bottom here. And once again, I'm doing a fill command because I'm not doing this in creative. There we go. All of it has been filled in. And at this point, it's really just up to you whether or not you want to remove the dirt. You don't have to. I would recommend you keep it. It's a safety platform so you don't fall to your death underneath. But that's just me, and that's just how I built it. But definitely it's up to you at this point. So what we're going to do now is we are going to create a pattern for the guardians to spawn on. So what you'll need to do is go 1 block away from any of the edges. I'm starting currently in the northwest edge. It can definitely be any corner you'd like. And you're going to go 1 block away and 1 block forward and place 1 full line of transparent blocks. That could be anything. It could be glowstone, sea lanterns, or glass. And a full piece like so. You're going to skip 2 blocks and then do the same thing but twice. So it'll be 2 like this. And you're going to repeat this pattern all the way to the other side. Now, when we arrive at the other side, there's sort of an exception that we have to make, and I will show that in a moment here. Okay, guys, so I made a little bit of a mistake when I had done this design originally. Now, there is a fix which is on screen right now. This is the pattern you want to build. You can see where we started. It's highlighted right there, and then how you're supposed to build it going upwards. Okay, awesome. So now that you've gotten all of your glass in and water, with the slight adjustment that I had inserted, because I kind of made a mistake in the first time, but basically, now it's up to you if you want to remove this dirt. I would highly recommend you keep it, because the guardians are able to spawn at this point, and they can fall on your head while you're building. So I would recommend you keep the dirt and leave the water here, or you could build it in the other way. You could build the bottom first, and then you can build this second. It's really up to you. So we're gonna go down 37 blocks from the falling from this last piece of glass. So it's right here. This is number 1, and we're gonna fill it. Oh, here we go. I got a fill command here. 26,000 blocks have been replaced. So right here, this right there at the bottom is the block that you need to start setting up your minecart rails. And I will show you how to set those up in a moment here. I'm just going to grab the materials. Okay, so we're down here now. I've got all my materials. And what we're going to need to do is you're going to need to clear out an area behind where the collection system is going to go. So if the rails are going in this direction for you, you're going to want to clear out a room dedicated to the collection and on and off switch for the minecart hoppers. Now what we're going to need to do is power these rails somehow. So if we go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on the 9th block we power it. Oh, sorry, 1 more block. Here you go. You power it on the 10th block, or the 10th rail. It will leave this back rail unpowered, which is exactly what we want. So you're going to need to do either levers underneath, or in my case, I'm going to be using redstone blocks all the way down in that direction to power the rails so that they make it all the way here. And we just basically rinse and repeat this exact same design. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Place our thing, except we want that one to be powered. So we'll do it on the 9th block like so. And then we just basically, as I said, rinse and repeat. Okay, so now that you've gotten all of your rails placed in, hopefully you're still following along. If not, make sure to go back and check out the tutorial again if you missed a part or if you're a little bit lost. Okay, so now we're going to put the hoppers in for the collection system. And before we do that, actually, we are going to go underneath here and place a dropper 2 blocks away from the wall. And then we're going to repeat the same process 2 blocks apart, just like so. So it's dropper 1, 2, dropper 1, 2, dropper 1, 2, dropper 1, 2. And once you reach the end, because the Guardian Temple is actually 58 blocks wide by 59, there will be 1 block that you're going to have to use 2 hoppers. So what I mean by that is if you come over here, what we're going to want to do is place a hopper on top of this dropper, and then 2 hoppers facing into this 1 hopper, and then another one on the other side. Now you break open these blocks here, and you'll notice there's another dropper. We'll place 1 hopper above it, and then 1 hopper on either side. And we'll do the same all the way down to the other end. What you'll need to do now is go underneath, and we're going to be creating a packed ice trail. Now this is so that the items can jump into this trail, and then get fed into an item elevator where we'll take them up to our sorting system up above. So to do this, you just got to create a path of simple packed ice, and then place blocks in between the droppers, as well as on the other side, like so. And at the same time, adding water to it. So now once you've got that all complete, we are going to add in the comparator and on and off switch so that the items will be dispensed into the water stream. To do this, we'll need to place a block behind the dropper, go down 1 block, place a stone slab on the, and then place one like a block like so. Place a comparator, put it into subtract mode, and then underneath the stone slab, go 2 blocks down, and place a block on either side. Place 3 redstone dusts like so. Place a block to the side like this, and a block right next to the comparator. Just like this. This will create a clock so that every time an item enters the dropper, the clock will go off and activate the dropper and let the items dispense. Okay, now we will make the on and off switch for this system. What you'll need to do is place blocks right all along this area, and I'll only do a little bit of it just for the sake of the tutorial, and place comparators on them so that they're connected to the hoppers, so that if an item goes into the hopper, the comparator will turn on. Now we'll connect blocks all the way across, and actually we need 1 redstone torch and place that all across like so. And then add a redstone repeater on above the block with the redstone torch on it, and then a block facing into the rails. So this way, once the machine is activated, which we will use a slime block and a sticky piston to activate it, the rails will stay powered so that the items can be transferred into the hoppers and down into the droppers and into the item stream for when they need to unload. Okay, so as I had mentioned, we're going to make the on and off switch using slime blocks. So the way to do this is we want to go 3 blocks away from these repeaters, like so. 1, 2, 3. And then add a 4th block, and this is where a sort of guiding block is going to be placed. Now we're going to add 1 single piston, a sticky piston, and attach slime blocks all the way down to it. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now on the 12th block, we're going to remove it and add a single piece of iron. Now what this will do is it'll allow it to transfer the signal all the way down here so that we can add a second segment to this. So if we power this with a lever, you'll notice that it actually activates everything in its trail. So what we'll do now is attach a second sticky piston like so. Here we go. And then slime blocks to this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 like so. And then if we power this one as well, it should, in theory, work. Okay, let's try it with removing one here. There we go. It works perfectly. So you got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then 11 for this block right here. And it's also counting this one as 12. So there you have it. That is how you build the on and off switch for the hopper minecarts. Okay, so once you've finished your on and off switch with the slime blocks, we're going to add the hopper minecarts. Now this will take 58 or 59 depending on the direction that you choose to build this in. So for this direction, I don't quite recall which way I built it, but it'll either take 58 or 59 minecarts with hoppers connected to them. And then after that, we will connect a glass sheet of glass above so that the mob drops can land on it, and then the hoppers will pick it up. So I have a /fill command right here for that exact purpose. And when we turn the farm on, all of our minecarts launch off. We turn it off, and the minecarts come back and sit there stationary. So now all we have to do is remove this and build the item elevator, and the farm is pretty much complete. So now that you've got all that in place, we're going to make the item elevator here. So just extend your packed ice trail off a little bit here. And I've already set up a little bit of a schematic area to build this. And I'll show you very simply how to do it. So you'll need one dropper, which you put right here. And then attach a hopper to that. Now, you'll need a comparator, attach it to the dropper, and then a block. The comparator is going into a block with a redstone torch on it. Now, underneath this redstone torch, place 5 pieces of redstone with an observer directly in the center, like so. This is our clock. And then take a piece of glass, because you need transparent blocks in order for the item elevator to work, and cover it up like so, just how I'm doing. This way, the items, when they come into the hopper, they will be able to go right up the elevator. Now, you'll probably want to do 2 hoppers like so. That way the items don't accidentally pop out, but it's really just up to you how you'd like to do it. So let's open it up, open up the floodgates, I guess you could say. We're going to put a little bit of a viewing deck like so, and like that. Okay, perfect. So now what we'll do, we'll throw a stack of glass into one of the item hoppers, and we'll watch it as it goes through the system, and hopefully goes into the dropper. So the observer has to be facing into the direction of the dispenser, as I just realized. And then this is our item elevator, and we will move this all the way up to the surface, and then add some hoppers for a collection system. There we go. You can extend this item elevator, which is a 3x3. I accidentally made it a 4x3, but it actually only has to be a 3x3. Just basically ignore this part. And then it can go as high as you'd like it, or wherever your storage system is, and then it can pick up the items through hoppers and then go into your chests. So that is how you build the item elevator and the item collection system. Now, one of the final steps you need to remember is to remove this dirt. Do not forget it, or your farm will never work. You could basically just go inside there and then just start clearing it out, or clear it out from the bottom, whichever works for you. It doesn't really matter. Doing it from inside is a little dangerous, so you could do it from underneath, but however you'd like it. So let's get rid of this dirt. There we go. And you can see the guardians are now spawning and falling to their doom and death. Now, we'll also want to set up the collection system, so make sure you have a lever connected to your repeaters, so that way it can pick up the items. Okay, guys, and one of the last and final things that we need to remember that I nearly forgot, actually, was to add a layer over top of the water so that the guardians will spawn, because they tend to spawn in dark places, and being exposed to the light is not a very dark place. So we are just going to paste that in there like that, and you'll notice the farm should start producing fairly quickly as soon as we do this, once this stops lagging. Perfect. Now we'll see some improvement. There we go. And also, one final thing to note is I have not lit up the caves in this area. If you go underground, you'll see there's no torches anywhere. And also, underneath there is a lot of mobs. So, essentially what you're going to want to do is light up the area underneath and then light up the caves in the area around here, because that will definitely improve your spawn rates. But if you're not interested in spawn rates and you just, want to get your supplies running, then basically follow it as is and don't light up the caves. You don't have to. And as you can see, actually, there's already items coming up to the surface here, and that means the farm is working like a charm. If you like this, why not check out some of my other contents? I make Let's Play videos on a server called Xenocraft. It's basically a multiplayer survival server with roughly 15 members on it, and we have lots of fun. So if you'd like, make sure to check out the link on screen right now. And if not, that's totally fine. But I'd like to leave you with this, a short little video from the Xenocraft server. So if you're interested in checking it out, make sure to click the link on screen right now. And I'll see you all in the next episode or tutorial. Let's go kill these bad boys. Or these mobs with armor on. Gotta love it. Yeah, so we're going to be doing something to this mountain here. Ow. Good thing there's water right here. We're going to do something to this mountain here. We're going to basically, well, it's kind of overlooking my house. I can see it from my base. It's a nice mountain, but we're going to nicify it even more. We are going to put my head on it. That's right. We are going to build a giant statue of my head on this mountain because I feel like it. I've really got nothing to do, so let's do this instead,